Also, wavy shit, man.
It's like I'm fumbling, but like I don't even know how. Like,
Then pick the hoe up then.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy So Wavy, man. I'm back again with another video. And this time I got a little story time for y'all. But it's not like my little old regular story times from like if y'all like one of my OG subscribers, then y'all know about my old story times. But it's not nothing like that. This is more like a serious. I'm telling my testimony. Like it gets real emotional story time. So if y'all like interested in hearing about my story, well, obviously you are because you clicked on the video. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, man, I'm gonna get straight into it. Okay, so boom. The date is April 8th. I was heading into an event. I was supposed to host like a little smash or pass, and you know what I'm saying, one of those in-person events. I ended up not making it to it. So basically, more of the story is, uh, I ended up being a victim of a gunshot wound. Like, you know, it was a whole big story. I literally did nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was innocent. I don't hate nobody. Don't nobody hate me. Far as I know, you know what I'm saying? Like to the point where they want to do something about that. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't beefing with anybody. I didn't have beef with nobody. And so I ended up getting shot or whatever. You know, ended up having to give up some things, you know, woo woo. I just remember my whole body going into shock, but I'm driving though. I'm driving. I'm driving a car. I get shot in my back. I get shot in my back. I just feel my whole body like going shock. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I was scared, like, you know what I'm saying? I was like legitimately scared. But, you know, so woo de woo, my brother trying to rush me to the hospital and whole time like I'm seeing like my whole life like replay in front of my eyes from like the time I was born to that moment now. Like it's crazy to say, but like it's so true. Like that whole time I was reminiscing about my whole life replaying in my head, but it was playing like so fast. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like I just like instantly remembered every single moment of my life. Like even stuff I like never like probably, you know what I'm saying, like would know like off the top of my head, it just came back and I just relived everything in my head. You know, so like I'm holding my back the whole time, like in pain. And I just remember it getting real cloudy and white, started getting blurry, couldn't see as much. And you know, it was a scary moment for me. Finally gets to the hospital, whatever. Paramedics come out to the car. They put me on a stretcher, go inside the hospital, and like the last thing I remember seeing was them like cutting my jeans off, cutting my clothes off, and I remember I was in a room full of nurses, doctors, and all these different other people, and like all I remember was I looked to a lady to my right, I looked to a lady to my right, and I just asked her, I was like, "Am I gonna be okay?" Last thing I saw was her shaking her head no and her walking away crying. She walking away crying. So like you know what I'm saying? Like imagine all of that going through my head. Like I'm seeing her do that. What just happened with this situation? Like I'm in the hospital now. I don't know what's going on. Like I ain't never been like in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was literally like legitimately scared, like and like lost all hope in a sense. Cause it's like I'm like, damn, like my life is over. Like bye to everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just had a little faith. You know what I'm saying? I had faith that God was going to bring me through this. God was going to get me through that. Like I had faith 100% though. Even though I thought about my life being over, Christian in me had faith that God was going to pull me through that. And because He has worked in my life so many times, and now I'm here giving y'all my testimony and like me actually seeing what God can do. You know what I'm saying? Because this whole story is just God working. I just remember my eyes getting ready to close. I couldn't control it. You know, I couldn't control keep my eyes open no more. And I just gave it to God. Like I just had my faith in God and my eyes closed. Mind you, it's April 8th. I just remember waking up probably about 4 days later. I'm asking to see a picture of myself because I'm uncomfortable. I see tubes and IVs all inside of me, and I'm just like, bro, I gotta see something. So Somebody brings me my iPad. I think it was a nurse or something. They bring me an iPad. I'll put the picture up on the screen or whatever. So they bring me the iPad. I'm looking at myself. I'm taking a picture. Like as you can see in the picture right here, I got tubes in my nose, tube on the side of my neck. I got a tube on the side of my neck. I got a heart monitor, tube on the side of my stomach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? For somebody to be in that, and this is ICU, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like the rate of people making it out alive out of that is already bad, like low. And for me to even wake up and still have a fighting chance is God Himself once again. I'm also dealing with like terrible nurses. So the first hospital I was at. So you know what I'm saying? Like the nurses were treating me bad. Like and it was at one point where like I had to empty like my stomach because they did surgery on my insides. You know, you got rearranged, you know, liver, my stomach, all that just gotta learn to work again. So now I'm trying to get cleansed out because I can feel me getting bloated, filled up, and nurses just weren't cooperating like at all. They weren't trying to help. They weren't doing their best. And then the main doctor, like that was like not the one that did my surgery, but like the one that was just over me at the time, you know, seeing over me, coming in, checking in. He wasn't doing it as well. He was being very rude, rude to my people, things like that. It's like that's just the devil working. You know what I'm saying? That ain't nothing but just the devil working in disguise. But we as Christians can see past the disguise, you know what I'm saying? So we know what it is for real. So I had a nurse where my IV popped. She didn't want to take it out. She's trying to clean it, you know what I'm saying? Replace it. And I'm like, no, take this out my arm. Like, y'all not, you know what I'm saying, not doing your job. You know, being in that hospital setting was just depressing. Like, mind you, I went in April 8th. It's damn near gonna be June. I just got home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in hospital setting for the longest, and like that's depressing, number one. But you know, anybody that came to visit me, I thank y'all for that for sure. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that checked up on me, I appreciate that too. If you know me, you know I'm a positive person. So, you know, I was taking it one day at a time, keeping my head up high. Not gonna lie, it was days where I was depressed, sad, cried all night, wanted to quit. Saying, but I just know I just couldn't give up because you know, I'm looking around like this is not where I want to be no more. I want to be outside. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of how I come out, I just want to come out and be able to live my life. You know what I'm saying? I would never give nobody a hard time because I know if I give you a hard time, you're gonna want to give that back. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? So I try to give everybody the best of me, most respectful version of me. About 4 weeks go by. I want to say five, maybe hospital for five. So 4 or 5 weeks go by. Finally got news I'm getting out, going to rehab, finally getting up out of there. So mind you, I was at the hospital, like getting out of bed wasn't no option for me. Like I just couldn't do it. Like the moving in the bed, I couldn't do it. It just hurt. Couldn't lift anything, could barely move. I couldn't eat. Like everything I put in me just threw right back up. And, you know, like I didn't want to lose no weight. You know what I'm saying? So I had to resort to like protein drinks, the clear ensures and stuff like that, like the non-milky stuff. Like I said, being in the hospital and me just doing all of that, it's like it was depressing. I cried almost every day, like every single day. That's a like different type of hurt. Like I would never wish that pain upon somebody at all. I would never want nobody to go through this at all. Finally got a word I was going to rehab. You know what I'm saying? I got a picture right here. I'm happy as hell. Like I said, I kept a smile on my face though. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know I just had to stay positive, stay strong for people around me. You know what I'm saying? If that support system strong, that helps you a lot, literally. So I was welcoming guests in, you know, to come see me, cause like that just brought another joy to my heart. Like that just helped me through a lot. So if you all visited, anybody that visited, I thank you for that. Y'all helped me a lot. I get the rehab, whatever, who they tell me what I'm gonna be doing. They get me up in the wheelchair, you know what I'm saying? So time I use the wheelchair, I'm finally like, you know what I'm saying, starting to move around, learn my body, how it changed, how to find my balance and sit up. All those type of things, you know what I'm saying? I had to relearn all that. It's like I was a baby again. Like I had to relearn everything. I had to relearn to eat, relearn to use the restroom, relearn to move around, maneuver, you know what I'm saying? So my physical therapist helped me out a lot. Like those were my team, my specialty team I had, I really rock with them 100%. They helped me through that process. You know, they were there for me mentally. They helped me physically get back. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here now. Like I can move perfectly fine. I can get in out of bed. I can get in my chair. I can get in this chair. I can roll in this chair. Like you know what I'm saying? So they helped me out a lot. Like I can shower myself. I don't need supervision. So they really helped me out a lot. And you know I appreciate my staff and team that I had that was assigned to me. Like I said, another blessing from God as well. Surrounded me with great people, a great support system. You know what I'm saying? He put those people in my life for me to see. My whole time being in that hospital, it just brought my outlook on life, made me think a whole lot differently. And I'm just, you know, grateful for that feeling too of, you know, getting back on track on life and just thinking right. So finally get to rehab. I'm blowing through it. Like we're running out of ideas to do because I'm just crushing everything. Like then my PT, they're saying like they never seen anybody like maneuver around as much as I have, and just like the growth I had from the time I got there and the time I left, they've never seen anybody go through that process that fast. And I was telling them like my injury was recent, and they were like, "That's crazy! Like you're moving around, damn near independent, and like you realize they were like you realize you literally just got shot. Like you know what I'm saying? Like not too long ago, I literally just got shot. Like, and I'm all doing all this. Like that's crazy. They just thought it was crazy. Like I said, another blessing from God. Like helping me rejuvenate quickly. My body recovering, and my body recovered great. Not gonna lie, I'm like it's still recovering. I'm still going to you know the outpatient therapies and stuff like that, but my body's recovering pretty nice. Like healed pretty good. I'm just waiting on some you know lower things, and you know that'll come with time as I keep working, and I will keep working. So hope the best for that. And like I said, man, this my little journey from getting shot to the rude nurses in the hospital all around, and it's just crazy like what I've been through in such little time, and where I thought I would never be in life, God took me here for what reason I don't know yet. Like I said, I have a testimony and I'm bringing it to y'all, and I hope y'all follow me on this journey because I will keep y'all updated throughout, you know, with vlogs of me getting better, you know, just updates. Maybe some of me doing some therapy, like just a little something, like some content, maybe just to keep y'all updated. I'm still gonna be dropping more content, more regular content for y'all. If you know me, I wasn't living wrong. You know what I'm saying? I was a nice person, pure hearted person. I just feel like some things in my life could have been slowed down, could have been handled differently. And I just sometimes feel like God slowed me down a little bit. Like, hey, I'm gonna get you focused. I got a task for you. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if you can get through this. Maybe teaching me a lesson about you know how my life was going. Maybe showing somebody else a lesson. I don't know yet. And you know, God does His amazing work. And you know, I'm just blessed to be here again, able to tell my testimony to y'all. And I'm just here to tell anybody, like, if you're going through something, like, it's not over. It's not, don't give up. Like, please just don't give up. And, like, the PTSD, the mental health part, the random outbursts, like, those things are real. Like, that takes toll on your mental. Like, especially everything I've been through, I've seen. I have PTSD, like, bad, real bad. And you know, there's another thing I just wouldn't wish on nobody because it's like it's honestly scary. But like I said, with God, I will get through this, and with my supporters, you know what I'm saying, I will get through this. y'all have been supporting me since day one. Fight through it, believe in God, put your faith in God, let Him work, give it to Him. You just do your part, and He will finish the rest. I promise you. With that being said, YouTube, this is the end of the video. This is my story time. It's a crazy one. Like, if you really want to know more, you can always hit me up, my socials. Stay up and be blessed.